and a warm welcome to Federal's special program, Capital Beat. Election Commission of India has announced the assembly election schedules for West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Assam, and the Union Territory of Puducherry today. And so here as the graphic schedule which on now. I think there was a connection issue at my end. There was a signal issue, but I would like to put out the graphics of the poll dates, which have just been announced a short while back by the Election Commission of India. Let's have that graphics playing out because the election starts from 9th of April. That is Assam. Assam is the first state that goes to polls in a single phase. Then Kerala also on 9th April and Puducherry also on 9th of April. And Tamil Nadu goes to polls on 23rd of April. It's a single phase elections. Then in West Bengal, we have a two-phase elections. First day of polling is 23rd April and the second day of polling is 29th April. So two-phased elections in West Bengal and the rest of the states and the Union Territory. In the Assam election gets over on 9th of April. It's a single phase election. I'm repeating, Kerala, it is 9th of April, and Tamil Nadu, it is 23rd April. And of course, West Bengal is two-phased elections, 23rd April and 29th of April. We also have by-elections in 8 assembly constituencies, that is on 9th of April. So what does this picture look like from the point of view of different states? Because Assam is the earliest that goes to polls. And how much time do the political parties really have? Because 9th of April, not much time is left. And still the alliances have not been firmed up. So how much time really there is? Joining me this evening are all the senior journalists joining us from different states. Let me introduce you to them one by one. We have Rajiv Ramachandran, who's a senior journalist who joins us from Kerala, Sameer Purkaistha from West Bengal. Thank you so much for joining. Mahalingam from Tamil Nadu and the political editor of The Federal, Puneet Nicholas Yadav also joins us. And I'll begin with Puneet for the complete picture. Puneet, it's a two-phase elections in Bengal and the earliest elections, of course, is in Assam. From the Assam, regarding the political integrities, I'll come a little later. But for Assam, how much time really do the political parties have? Given the fact that the alliances have not firmed up yet?
Well, it's Assam, Puducherry, and Kerala all together. So three of them on the 9th of April, from what I gather. And then you have Tamil Nadu on the 23rd of April, and Bengal, as you said, two phases, 23rd and 29th of April. The results for all of them, as is the convention, come out together on the 4th of May. So now, as far as Assam is concerned, more or less from the opposition side, I believe the alliance is pretty much in shape. The Congress has already announced all its candidates or a bulk of its candidates. Yesterday, they put out their second list. The first list of 42 was out about a week ago. Yesterday, the second list also came, and with the second list of candidates for the Congress, they also put out the list of about 15 constituencies, if I remember, which they have allocated to the allies. And of course, the alliance with the Raijor Dal, which was widely anticipated, does not seem to be working out. So the Congress has, as of now, gone ahead and announced 15 seats, which it is going to give to its allies. As far as the BJP is concerned, I don't think alliance, again, there is that much of an issue in terms of, what we were initially, or rather, interesting alliance and seat sharing and all of that, which we were actually interested in looking was how the Congress's thing shapes up, which I think there is a great amount of clarity there as of now. So I don't think there's much in terms of alliances shaping up for Assam in time that is in the realm of questions now. Uh, Kerala, it's the two alliances, the two leading alliances are in shape. What we have to wait and see is in terms of seat allocation. If there are any changes, Rajiv, when he's has his turn on Kerala, will shed greater light on that. So, and Tamil Nadu again is more or less from the Congress DMK, the ruling alliance is concerned. There again, although it's on the 23rd of April, the polling there, but things there seem to have taken shape as far as the ruling alliance is concerned. What happens to the BJP, AIA, DMK, and TVK and those talks? That
Yes.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. Maha will be able to explain better on what's happening in Tamil Nadu. But the first round of polls, I think, pretty much good to go in a way. The alliances, not too much of to speculate over there as of now, and it's more about what kind of a campaign that takes shape, which we'll have to wait and see, because Assam, since that is the first of the bloc, where the BJP really has a strong presence, compared to a Tamil Nadu or a Kerala, the narrative setting for the elections, you'll see a lot of that happening as the Assam campaign picks up, the communalization of the poll campaign, the issue of minorities, because although these are five very different states in terms of their politics, the coalitions, the players in the ring, whether it is Assam, whether it's Kerala, even Tamil Nadu, and of course Bengal, you have a sizable chunk of Muslim votes. So that's something which now, as you said, Assam is first of the block along with Kerala and Puducherry. So you'll see that kind of a campaign, the narrative that setting for the campaign from the ruling side taking shape, and how the Congress and the opposition, the wider opposition, responds to it. At least in these states, I'm not talking about Kerala specifically here, because there it's a LDF versus UDF fight, with the BJP kind of being the third player. But the Assam and the Bengal polls, particularly, you will have to see how the opposition responds to that campaign, and then if at all it has an implication in other states too. So that's something that we'll have to wait and see.
Right, but as far as this poll, one quick question to you, Puneet, that as far as the election dates which have been put out, so Assam is the first one, and if you look at it from BJP's perspective, because many times these allegations come up that election schedules are set in such a manner that it always ends up benefiting BJP. So taking a cue from that, do you think that it's a deft management of the dates from the BJP's perspective? Because if you look at Assam, BJP of course will focus all its attention on Assam, and then it has all the time to focus on West Bengal.
See, I mean, that's something that we've been talking about for the last several years now, and that's become a pattern. Even the Congress's first official reaction today in the morning, when it was made known that the Election Commission will be, putting out the schedule today, the first reaction from the Congress was that now that the Prime Minister is done with his inauguration spree and, dedication of projects, inauguration of old projects and all of that, the EC is kind of setting out the poll schedule. So that's become a pattern. I don't think, there's any point in analyzing that pattern, because I guess even those who are not particularly invested in, these developments kind of take it for granted now that this is how poll schedules are announced. Once the way is clear for the BJP, for the Prime Minister, once the announcements, the inaugurations are done, whatever central doles have to be given out are given out, the broader things for the election are in place, that is when, the EC sort of gets its, tacit
Right.
kind of a go ahead from the government to go and announce the schedule. So that's pretty much the case here,
Right.
except that I believe just half an hour before the election commission announced its poll schedule, uh, in Bengal, Mamata Banerjee kind of also adopted the
Yes.
same model by announcing a scheme or a cash transfer thing
Yes.
for muezzins and pundits and all of that, which that was again a cash dole, and that's
Hmm.
been announced just half an hour or thereabouts before the poll
Right.
schedule. So Mamta doing or what the BJP has been known to do in other states, and clearly the election commission wouldn't be able to say much on that because it's a leaf straight out of the BJP's book, or rather, one would say even the EC's book. And the election commission was asked, the CEC was asked about this at the press conference,
Hmm.
and whether how do they look at the Bengal government's announcement, and they said, well, the model code of conduct comes in place after the
Hmm.
press conference, not half
Right.
an hour before. So
Right.
not much of an answer, but
Right.
says a lot.
Right. So I'll come to West Bengal now. Two-phased elections, Samir. And last time when we had seen the elections in 2021, it was an eight-phase election, which everybody was saying that it ended up benefiting Mamta big time. And and then one must not forget that those were COVID issues, which we almost saw the onset of the Delta COVID, which came in after that. But this time, two-phase polling, is it really going to help Mamta Banerjee? How do you see this poll schedule?
See, this the BJP and the other opposition parties, they actually demanded that this election should not be staggered so long, and their argument is that when election is extended to, to such a long phase, it actually benefits TMC, which has a very formidable election machinery. So their argument is that once elections are, it helps TMC to mobilize their cadres from the areas where elections are already held to the areas where elections are to be held. So earlier, the election commission had, when they were deciding for in 2021 eight-phase election, in 2024 Lok Sabha election for 42 parliamentary seats, they had seven-phase election. The election commission's this thing argument was that it helped mobilizing security forces. And as you know, we in Bengal we have already 480 companies of central forces already deployed, which means roughly around 45,000 people, and more are coming. So, so election commission has this that they are going to hold two-phase elections. Perhaps they are, they have took this decision long back because they started mobilizing security forces well ahead in time. And whether it will help Mamata Banerjee or not, if you have election machineries and booth level workforce, then it hardly matters whether it's two-phase or seven-phase. So I don't think it will give any additional benefit to TMC. And whether the opposition parties will get any benefit. Um, so and in as far as election West Bengal election is concerned, more than this benefits to political parties and all, the moot question here was what is the fate of these 60 lakhs voters electorate who are put under adjudication. Election commission had no answer as yet. Even in today's press conference, several
What Ganesh Kumar said, he did mention when he was asked by a reporter, he said that we'll put out the supplementary list and keep adding the
yeah.
names. What he said.
Yes. So they categorically asked whether all those 60 lakhs will be all those names will be cleared, adjudicated by that time. So he had no answer. As far as we know, till Saturday, 6 out of 60 lakhs now only around 16 lakhs names they could took decision. So it's not yet clear whether by the time nominations are filed, whether all those 60 lakhs name will be cleared or not. So we still don't know the size of the electorate as yet. So that is one big question mark is there over the fate of this electorate. And I also want to add one point about Assam. See, Assam government, particularly BJP-led Assam government, was insisting that election should be held before Bihu, that is on 14th and 15th April. Because this just after the death of Juvin Garg, there had been a huge protest over his mysterious death. So an anti-government protest erupted. And as you know, Juvin Garg is a very popular singer who and during Bihu functions, during this Bihu, lots of public functions are organized where singing, dancing, and all those things are conducted. So as BJP particularly was worried that if elections are held after Bihu, and they were anticipating that there will be another, could be another surge of emotional surge surrounding around Juvin Garg. So they wanted to avoid these elections after Bihu, and you may say it's a coincidence or deliberate, I don't know, but Election Commission apparently by announcing poll date in Assam on 19th April, in that sense, it has actually helped the BJP.
Right. Okay. So let me come to Mahalingam. And this is a story which is, of course, coming through the sources. About 5 hours ago, India Today has put out the fact that BJP offers Deputy CM post to Vijay, 80 seats to TVK for Tamil Nadu polls, and that is coming through the sources. Now, what is really happening? The alliance is still not very clear. And with this poll schedule, of course, with Tamil Nadu going to polls on 23rd of April, how well are the political parties prepared when it comes to DMK and, of course, the NDA as well?
Yeah, right. Talking on alliance, the DMK-led coalition seems pretty solid overall, but there are some hiccups in seat sharing with VCK and left parties and the newly joined ally DMDK. Otherwise, things are very formidable for ruling party, and I would say that I have no anti-wave in comparably with previous elections. I would say visibly, I would say. So we have to wait for another 30 days. How people going to react? How leaders going to do their campaigns, and how DMK is going to manage their good things. I mean, welfare schemes and direct financial help schemes, etc. So the ADMK is actually having a lot of issues, and NDA also there are some issues between BJP and ADMK on there is a great buzz between both parties sharing seats. Actually, it's not coming out very well, but it's another issue is that. But the after 1971 that DMK, the party is not coming back to the power again second term. So this time they are trying to write a history. So DMK is pushing really pushing very hard to win and stay in power this time. On the other side, ADMK is doing everything actually to bounce back from lot of losers. In the leader, the Edapadi Palanichami, also for him is actually make or break movement, actually do or die for him. Actually, this is in his after his leadership that ADMK has to prove this election. Otherwise, it's very difficult for him. It's another side, and never before this, especially the youth force is rallying on behind actor Vijay, who's stepping into the scene last 2 years. But he is drawing a a huge crowd actually, mass crowd actually, but everybody is questioning that this crowd will convert as a vote. So the
Right.
another
No, so
point is
indeed,
that.
what you're saying, Mahat, that of course TVK is a factor. But what about the voter deletions which have happened in Tamil Nadu? That seems to have receded completely. About
Yeah,
74 lakh
lack.
votes been
Yeah.
deleted. So what about that?
Uh,
Are the political parties not raising this issue?
there is no major complaints from ruling party as well as opposition parties concerned to SIR,
Hmm.
because
So that isn't an
if
issue
you
at all
take
in Tamil Nadu, you're saying.
if you take number of deletions, most of them are dead voters. Mostly there
Okay.
is no problem with
Okay.
minorities. There is no problem with migrants here. So it's not a very big problem for
Hmm.
as far as Tamil Nadu concerned. But yes, here there are a lot of VIP constituencies like sitting Chief Minister Stalin and his son's constituency in Chennai, and other couple of leaders constituencies. There are considerable votes were removed. So it's again we have to wait how it's going to reflect in the result. Number one. Number two, that Vijay, as we discussed earlier, the Vijay is expected. Whether Vijay is going to contest alone, or he will enter into NDA alliance is a big question now. So far, the report saying that NDA is offering a deputy chief minister and a 70 seats, etc. But Vijay, sources close to Vijay saying they want to go solo. So if he goes solo, I think whether he's going to cut DMK votes or whether he's going to spoil ADMK votes, we have to wait. Number two, especially TVK, what so far understanding, they will pull over 15% of the vote share from the. Actually, that's very huge. Actually, Tamil Nadu, the first time
It's a huge
TVK
number.
lead to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is there. Then one more challenge I would like to mention here. The big challenges before ECI is cash for vote and gift for vote. Tamil Nadu is known for that. If you take ECI's data, Tamil Nadu is registered a high number of cases and seizure in previous elections. So as far as law and order concerned, Tamil Nadu is very peaceful. So only the problem for ECI is cash for vote and gift for vote.
Right. So towards the last, I'll come to you, Rajneesh. Law and order overall doesn't seem to look like a problem. Like last time in West Bengal was an 8-phase election, and there was violence as well. This time there's just 2 phases in West Bengal. So law and order, at least on that front, it looks like the poll schedule is sending out a positive message as far as the law and order issue is concerned. But coming to the Kerala schedule, 9th April, and how do you see this poll schedule impacting the political parties? How do you see the positioning of this schedule?
As far as the schedule is concerned, there won't be any problem in Kerala as of now, as all the political parties were uh, uh, asking the commission to avoid the dates of the Vishu, which is on 14th of April, and it's well after the Easter and Easter week, and after the Eid, Bakrid. So the scheduling of the polling won't be a big issue here in Kerala. The only thing the major political parties were asking that it should not be in the week of Vishu and Easter. So it's in between both the festivals. So the scheduling won't be much of an issue.
Right. So scheduling is not a problem, but what are the X factors which you see in Kerala 2026 elections really playing out?
So as far as Kerala is concerned, the thing is the LDF is seeking a third consecutive time, which is a record. Obviously, the second time was also a record. No front has ruled Kerala for 2 consecutive full term. So that's the thing, and the UDF, the congressional UDF, will be heavily banking on what they believe a strong anti-incumbency way would be there. But as far as the pre-poll election service, there were a couple of pre-poll election surveys after the LST polls. So those surveys do not give that sort of a thing in Kerala. Both the surveys say that there could be a neck-to-neck fight,
Right.
and the
So
survey
you feel
conducted
that
by
so you feel that the Congress alliance does have a bright chance of coming to power this time?
As far as the election results of that, so as far as the Kerala's election cycle is concerned, after the 2021 assembly election, there were two major elections. One is 2024 Lok Sabha, and the other was the 2025 December 2025 LSD elections. In both these elections, Congress-led UDF did very well. Actually, in the Lok Sabha election, they completely swept Kerala. If we can translate those results into assembly segments, the UDF, Congress-led UDF, have the lead in 110 out of 140 assembly seats. But
Yep.
after that, in 2025 assembly elections, that lead shrank into 83, which is also above the 70 mark, which is the
Right.
magic number for Kerala. But after that, these pre-poll surveys were conducted. That survey, the one survey by Malayalam Manorama and one survey by Madhrubhumi. And the Madhrubhumi survey clearly says that there will be no clear edge for the UDF. As far as their survey is concerned, they have predicted 66 seats for the LDF and maybe 62 for the UDF and 12 tightly contested. This thing that so even they are indicating that there could be a hung assembly, which has never happened in the history of
Right.
Kerala. That also could be a possibility.
Okay, so who knows what surprises we are going to see? But yes, the poll schedule has been announced, and let's put out that poll dates graphics once again, just to for the viewers who are tuning in again. The Assam goes to polls on 9th April, Kerala 9th April, Puducherry 9th April, Tamil Nadu 23rd April, and West Bengal goes to polls on 23rd April and 29th April with two phases, and counting the big day on 4th of May. So, of course, the carpet bombing rallies will begin. The narrative will be set out by Assam, as what Puneet was saying, that it will set the agenda and it will set the tone of the elections, which will follow one after the other. So interesting times ahead. I'm sure this 1 month is going to be a high voltage 1 month we are going to witness, rather 1.5 months almost. So we'll have to end it here. Thank you so much, Rajneesh, Mahalingam, Puneet, Samir. Thank you very much for joining.